Hey there! In this video, I'm taking a look at Interact Quizmaker, a tool that helps you build online quizzes for lead generation, audience engagement, or just adding a fun interactive element to your site. I'll walk you through how it works, what I noticed while testing it, and how easy or not it is to create your first quiz. So first things first, Interact is a quiz builder that you can use right from your browser. It lets you create 3 types of quizzes: personality, scored, and assessment. You can use it as a standalone tool or embed quizzes on your site via a plugin or script. It's geared toward marketers, coaches, educators, and creators who want to capture leads or recommend products based on people's answers. One of the standout features is the AI Quiz Builder. I tested this, and honestly, it's super fast. All I had to do was enter a website or a bit of text, tell it what my business does, and what problem I solve. And then Interact gave me a list of quiz ideas tailored to that. I chose one, and the AI generated the full quiz: questions, answers, and result outcomes in under 2 minutes. That was actually kind of impressive. Of course, I still had to go in and tweak the content, but having a structure already built saved a lot of time. Once the quiz is generated, I see all the questions and results laid out. I can click into each one to edit the text, reorder options, or add images. There's a branching logic feature too, which lets me direct users down different paths based on their answers. I played around with that, and while it's powerful, it does get visually cluttered if the quiz is complex. Still, it works if you want that level of personalization. Branding options are there. You can change colors, upload your logo, and even pull in royalty-free images or GIFs, which I thought was a nice touch. That said, I did notice some limitations, like not being able to customize individual button text colors or move the logo around. Before showing quiz results, I was able to insert a lead capture form. This is optional, but it's really the core of why people use this tool, turning quiz takers into email subscribers. Setting up the form was straightforward, and I could integrate with platforms like MailChimp, ConvertKit, or even send data to a Google Sheet. You can also add tags based on quiz results to segment your audience automatically. Once everything's ready, publishing the quiz gives you 2 options. Either use a hosted link or embed it on your site. You can also trigger pop-ups or announcement bars. Although I found out you can only feature 1 quiz at a time using those pop-up features, which felt a bit limiting. If you're running ads, you can add a Facebook pixel or connect Google Analytics to track performance. So, overall, Interact is easy to use, and the AI Builder really speeds things up. I like how fast and responsive the quizzes feel, and the integrations are solid. It plays well with a lot of the tools people already use for email and automation. But on the flip side, the design customization feels limited, especially if you're picky about branding. For example, I couldn't adjust certain style elements like button text colors, and there are fixed placements for things like logos. It's not a huge deal, but something to keep in mind. Also, while the branching logic is a nice feature, it can get a little overwhelming if your quiz is on the complex side. And as I mentioned, if you want to run multiple pop-up quizzes across different pages, you're kind of stuck with just one at a time. That said, for simple to moderately complex quizzes, it does the job. And if you're mostly focused on capturing leads with a quiz that looks clean and gets the job done, it's worth a try. Still, there is another tool that I would recommend checking out as an alternative, especially if you're looking for more control or flexibility when building quizzes. Nuclear Engagement. Nuclear Engagement makes it super easy to generate quizzes for your content, especially if you're using WordPress. With just 1 click, it can create AI-generated quizzes directly from your blog posts, saving you time while boosting engagement. What's really impressive is that it doesn't just generate one quiz, it can process all your blog posts at once in just a few seconds. That's a huge time saver, and honestly, I haven't seen other tools do that. You can fully customize the quiz settings, choose how many questions to include, and even set where the quiz appears, before, after, or within your content. Unlike some platforms, Nuclear Engagement lets you fine-tune everything, from question formats to email opt-ins and even post categories. It integrates seamlessly with automation tools like Zapier and Make, making lead capture effortless. If you're looking for a more customizable AI-powered alternative, check out Nuclear Engagement. I've added a link below so you can explore it for yourself.